Hello, Wargamers. It's me, Callum from TableTopBanter, and I'm here with Harry again. And
Hello.
we're doing another one of our Vassal tactical battle reports. Now, we were really inspired by the Games Workshop start collecting, followed by an army name stuff. So what we've decided to do is look up the rules for the formations, and we're going to take you through each of the formations, pitting them against each other, and just seeing what we think of it, how it comes out, how it plays. And so this is the board for our first one of these, which was Skitarii versus Space Marines. Now, I was the Skitarii general, and Harry played the Space Marines. We were playing the mission, the Relic. So here is the board setup, as you can see right now. What I'm just going to do is take you on to deployment, and I'll get Harry to talk through, as he won the roll off, for who's going to deploy first.
Yeah, so I had a genius idea. My first tactical idea was that I was gonna stick all my guys, my Terminator captain, in a drop pod. That's because their special start collecting rule is that if you are within 12 inches of the captain, or one unit is within 12 inches of the captain, basically you can get another shooting phase. So instead of moving, you can just shoot, and then you get another shooting phase next turn. So my idea was to drop pod them in and have a go at that. So I got that squad, so a 5-man squad, with a flamer, a sergeant with a combi flamer in a drop pod, with my Terminator captain with a power fist and a combi flamer in a drop pod. And what you can see on the board, that is a Venerable Dreadnought with 2 twin-linked autocannons, and then there is the other half of the tactical squad, just with the last cannon. So yeah, that was it.
My counter deployment was pretty simple. I decided to set up my Tech Priest Dominus in with my Vanguard, right in the middle there. The Vanguard had a Plasma Caliber and 2 Transonic Arcubi, which are the AP3 snipers they hold. And I decided that they'd start in cover because I knew I wasn't getting first turn. They've got moved through cover anyway, being Vanguard. I scouted them just a little bit forward, but kept them in the cover. And they were going to go after the Relic as quickly as possible. Knowing that Harry had a drop pod, I was kind of more reserved. The Dune Crawler stayed up on the building, thinking that might keep him a bit safer from any drop pod stuff. So we are going to roll straight into Space Marine turn 1, as I did fail to seize the initiative.
Yeah. So Space Marine turn 1. Basically, I was a bit of an idiot, and I forgot that disembarking from a drop pod technically counts as moving. So my massive, fantastic idea of getting off 5 flame templates didn't go so well. But my captain, like my drop pod, actually got direct hit, and they all popped out. And I think I killed a couple of guys. Killed a few guys in that.
Yeah, I think it was 2, maybe 3 Vanguard.
Yeah, I killed 3 Vanguard, and then I shot at a load of stuff with my. I shot at your Dune Crawler with my Dreadnought.
Dreadnought, and I made my cover save.
You made your cover save, which was quite impressive. My tactical squad at the back tried scrabbling up into the building, but they just couldn't do it. Bless them.
Yeah. So.
But that was about it, really.
Yeah, and obviously this picture is showing the end of my turn because I did not take a screenshot. But you can see those 5 red dots by the drop pod. That was a tactical marine squad, and the 1 red dot to the other side was a captain. So I decided to use the excuse me, the what's the word I'm looking for? Doctrine of Imperative. The Skitarii thing where you can adjust weapon skill and ballistic skill. So I made my ballistic skill +1, and then I used the Canticles of the Omnisire from my Tech Priest Dominus, and he did the rerolling 1s. So I basically had twin linked, hitting on 2s, and that wiped out the squad.
It was devastating. I didn't realise how devastating it was.
It was very bad. What I actually did was I split off my Tech Priest to go and have a go at the Terminator, and I moved my Dune Crawler down from the original photo, and the Dune Crawler struck at initiative because he's a walker, and killed the Terminator, the captain, before he had a chance to swing back. So
Yeah.
then they both consolidated enough inches to get back into coherency with the unit, therefore joining him, and also to move back up onto the building. So a pretty effective first turn, getting
Yeah.
First Blood and Slay the Warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I think that one went well for me. But we'll roll into Space Marines turn 2 to show you what happened next.
yeah. Space Marines turn 2. Um, what?
You just moved up onto the building?
Hang on, dude. Yeah, do you want to pause? Oh, did I just? Oh shit! Sorry. You can cut that out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, Space Marine turn 2.
So I didn't really do much. My guys actually finally managed to make it up onto the roof. Tried to snap shoot my last cannon at the June crawler, but it didn't do anything. But my Venerable Dreadnought did. It took a whole point off, and then my Storm Bolter didn't do anything. So that was it. That was
Again, pretty unproductive. It seems like that first move was sort of where it was pivotal
yeah.
in
And I
this
got
game.
it.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
Just a smidgen. I kind of forgot all the rules. I also
All
thought
of the
that
rules.
I also thought I could charge my Terminator Sergeant in as well. That was going to be part of the big plan. So I was still going back to our Skyhammer game, thinking I could just charge everything out.
Yeah, I think that was probably the key moment that just it went a bit tits up.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. I marched forward, moved through cover, got a 6-inch move, obviously, for both, and set around really trying to kill these guys on the rooftop. Managed it, all bar the las cannon. I was a bit disappointed. I was hoping to wipe out the squad and then move forward again, but such is life. I didn't really do anything else, to be honest. I did do the weapon skill +3, so they were all weapon skill 7, which is nasty. And that is the big thing I've realised with this Skitarii army, is if you can lay down the firepower, you can just cause so many wounds that they have to die eventually, right? So
Yeah, it's
the
horrendous.
I ignored the big guy over in the left because he's not very mobile, and I just went straight down the middle for the relic and for all your units.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll roll into your next turn, and turn, was it 3 now?
Turn 3. This is where I learned my important lesson. So I'm sitting there. I pretty much cocked everything up.
Yeah,
what I thought was going to be my tactics were based on 2 rules that don't exist, and I was getting ready to give up. But this is where I learned never give up, because there he is, Mr. Lascannon, sitting on the top. He thought, I'm going to sit here. I passed my morale test. I'm going to shoot at that June crawler. And he did. He got a penetrating hit, and he blew it up. Blew it to smithereens. Didn't actually wound any of the guys. But my Venerable Dreadnought did. It munched through, 4 of them?
Yeah.
3 of them?
It was bad. It was bad.
it munched through 4 of them, and then suddenly there were 4 models left on the board for Callum.
Yeah, and the game was looking a lot closer here.
Yeah.
There's no kidding there.
No, but that's it. That was my turn.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, at this point, I might have had 4 models, but all of them could hold the relic.
Yeah.
And that is what I set out to do on my next turn as we go into my turn 3. Moving the guys up. I did split my tech priest off. I did take my other 2 forward, and then we opened fire onto the las cannon guy. Killed him.
Sad days.
I know, sad days. I did run the tech priest then close to the building to block line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
And what I actually have on the screen right now is the end of Harry's turn as well. So this is just turn 4 and... Oh, no. Sorry. So this was turn 3 for me and turn 4 for Harry, because not a lot happened.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, there is a dead guy. There were 3, I have 2 left.
Because I failed my music cover. I wanted him to jump off his building. And
he couldn't make the 3 inches down a building.
No, he couldn't. He couldn't just lift his leg off and tumble down the building. He couldn't do that. It was too much for him.
No, he was tired.
Bless him. He's been shooting a lot of guys.
Yeah.
He's tired.
So he did just obliterate 1.
He did. The only guy in his line of sight just got munched. Shredded.
He did get absolutely munched.
Auto-cannoned.
So that was pretty bad for me, in the sense that I lost a model. But luckily I gave my my alpha for the group the Omniscient Mask, which gives them Fearless and Hatred. So that's pretty good. Because I figured they'd probably lack the morale. So I was pretty pleased with that. And then in my turn, my Tech Priest Dominus, I don't know if you can see him very clearly, he actually tried to assault the drop pod and managed to do a penetrating hit, shaking it with his Haywire data spike, or data spike, in the
Mhm.
assault. As for the other guys, in the movement phase, they went into base contact with the relic and then they ran.
Yeah.
And then they ran again because nothing else happened. I made my armor saves against the autocannon.
Yeah, I tried
And
to shoot your tech priest again.
that's right, yeah. But it was at this point we decided to call it because it was physically impossible for you to draw line of sight to me and really do anything.
Yeah.
And
So
the relic was mine, so I did end up winning that game by 5 points to 0,
yes.
which is a little bit stingy. So, in summary, do you just want to take me through what you think of first of all the boxes and what they've done with the formations, and then also going a bit more into how you think they should be played and what we did wrong?
Well, I can start with what I did wrong. I got all the rules wrong.
Yeah, I think forgetting the fundamental rules
But
was a bad start.
yeah, forget the fundamental rules was a pretty bad start. Always check your tactics with your opposing player,
Yeah, yeah,
because they can't do shit about it once they pick their lists. So I think it's a good formation. I like the rule. It's definitely interesting, but it really pins you down. So obviously this isn't like the start captain box. I tried to be a bit sneaky here and use a drop pod. But if you just grab the start collecting box, kitting out your Venerable Dreadnought, you can kit it out pretty much anything, which I think is awesome. It's giving you that unit which you can make into a close combat machine, a anti-infantry machine, or an anti-tank machine, which I really like.
yeah. Me too,
Put that
actually.
flexibility into there. Tactical squad's another super flexible, flexible thing to stick in the box. I mean, it's not the most racial box, that tactical squad. And the Terminator Sergeant is nice. I know the model doesn't have much flexibility in the box, and it's a bit weird to just have a Terminator Terminator Captain.
Yeah,
But
that
I
was
think it's quite a it's a nice rounded box. There's nothing too impressive about it.
It
Uh,
is. My only problem lies in the fact that that is pretty much exactly what you got in the last box.
well, it was the Battle Force, isn't it?
Yeah, and that lies my problem because all the rest of the ones have had an update in a much bigger way.
Yeah,
And for Space Marines, it just seems to be like, yeah, just get the same stuff, it's fine. Like, I know, Dreadnoughts, they're good now. Tactical Marines always have a role, and a Terminator Captain is pretty good. But
yeah,
I just wanted to see something a little more different.
yeah. Maybe like
What I was thinking was Assault Marines. I want to see some Assault Marines.
Assault Marines, some Scouts or something.
Yeah, just something, a unit that we don't see often, but in this formation becomes stronger.
Yeah, I think the formation is a nice option because you can have it. You can have it five. You've got your 5-man combat squad. You can have run up with your Terminator Captain, and you can give them more sort of assaulty weapons, and then you can have them standing and shooting them a bit closer, or you can have them sit back with your Terminator Captain, or you can go Mar Drop Pod and do what I did, but try and do it a bit better. It just get an extra shooting phase is one of those sort of
Yeah.
if you've got a 5-man tactical squad, which you probably will do, sitting back holding an objective,
They play like a 10-man.
do. And even you can do it on your Venerable Dreadnought. I mean, you could get 8 twin linked autocannon shots off
In
the first turn.
hindsight, that would have been a much better idea.
That would have been a much better idea in hindsight. Yep, I just thought of that. But 8 twin linked, strength 7, AP4,
Hitting on twos.
hitting on twos. That's that's a big hitter. You can get rid of someone's vehicle or something. You can really wreck something on the first turn. So I think it's quite neat. But the problem I have is that you have this Terminator Sergeant that is then stuck around with the shooter units.
Yeah, that is
He
the problem I
needs
find
to be
with
up
it
there
too.
smashing stuff with his power fist.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah. As for the Skitarii formation, or the AdMech, I should say, I'm a big fan. The thing I like most about it would have to be that it incorporates the Dominus model along with the Skitarii, which it can't normally happen. And I really like the fact you get the Dune Crawler, because that thing is epic.
I didn't realise how good that was.
I know.
That's
It's
impressive.
Strength 10 AP1 with its neutron laser or something. or you can give it the Icarus array, which has 3 different Skyfire weapons that all get to fire at full ballistic skill
Yeah.
on flying targets, which
Again,
is
it's
very strong.
it's another like one of these things that can just do anything, isn't it?
If you equip them the right way, it can be anti-infantry, anti-tank, anti-air, and I think that's pretty good because it means obviously if you're willing to magnetize, you've got all 3 options, and even if you don't, you've got the options before you set out your list, and I do think that's important. And again with the Vanguard or the Rangers, you can pick either or. They both have
Mm.
pros and cons. So I prefer the Vanguard. I prefer move through cover, scout, getting forwards, using the assault
Does
3 weapons, the plasma.
formation specify whether it's Vanguard or Rangers?
Now, from the box on the Games Workshop website, it says they can be modelled either way. For the one thing I did find, it said Vanguard, but I don't know if
Okay.
that was official or not. I ran it as Vanguard just in case. I
Yeah.
believe you can use it as both, because in the picture it's modelled with Rangers.
So you
But
guys can go out and buy it and then let us know.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really
Yes.
handy. If anyone has done that, please leave a comment below and let us know. But I think Vanguard would be the better way to run it, personally speaking. Extra shots, I love having those Assault 3 weapons. And the Plasma, and then a couple of snipers. And yeah, I just thought it played really well. And I think the changes you can make to ballistic skill and weapon skill and stuff is awesome. Especially when you bring it in with the re-rolling ones and stuff. Like to me, that's very good. I just think there's a lot of it can really blast an opponent off the table. My only criticism is toughness 3 4-up save. But I mean, when you're putting out that much shooting power, I don't think it makes too much of a difference.
It's the Imperium Tau, really.
Yeah, it is. It's Imperium Tau. It's like a less cheesy Tau.
Yeah, well, there's a fair amount of cheese in there.
Oh, and if you take the formation, they have a formation outside of this one, which gives them free upgrades.
Yeah,
That's
one's a bit
broken.
silly.
That's not allowed. That's just.
But I liked it. I was really impressed. It's the first time I've ever played Skitarii.
Yeah, first time I've
Adeptus
played with them.
Mechanicus. And I
And
thought,
yeah,
that was devastating, that first round of shooting. And then they assaulted me, which I didn't think would happen, but look, he did, and he stomped on me.
I did. I mean that June Crawler. I mean when I gave it the strength times 2 thing, AP2, AP1, sorry, that was really good. That was a wise move.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That was Harry's Fatal 4, number 7, 8, whatever.
Oh, I could be double figures by now.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, it was a really interesting game to see how it played out, especially when you did actually las cannon him. But it did give us a good idea at how many points you should be playing. And roughly, if you want to build a points list army, 500 is what we played to. Arguably, you could do less, but with 500, you kind of get a fun game out of it. Plenty of upgrades in there and stuff.
I could have taken the drop pod out and given my Terminator captain some cool upgrades and things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's well doable for a 500-point army with these 2 particular boxes.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the points level Games Workshop were thinking of when they came out with them.
I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, you could
play 400 better.
You could play 400 better. I could easily got like a scout squad in there or something for 500
Yeah,
points.
exactly. But if you play 500 points with a friend of yours and you're both using the boxes, because you're both stretching a bit, it becomes more fun, in my opinion, with cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
So
I'm impressed with these boxes. I mean, the only thing that I would worry about, I know it's not what they're targeted at, but it's the whole start collecting thing. You walk into Games Workshop and start collecting this army. Okay, you go buy this. If there's space between one, you can have combined arms or an allied. But this Skitarii one was really weird because it's an AdMech, HQ, and then you've got your Skitarii troops and things. It's going to be tricky to expand on that, isn't it?
I agree. That is my one criticism of this particular box, mainly because I'm interested in Skitarii as it is. I know I have enough projects on the go as it is. I can't buy anything else until maybe.
You don't buy it.
Oh, I don't think so. Not right now. Not with everything. But if I did, I wouldn't really want the Dominus model. Well, I would, because it's going to be cool to paint and fun to paint. But I don't want to collect 2 armies, because this is the only way I can include the Dominus in my Skitarii.
Yeah.
I don't see myself doing it very often. Yeah.
I mean, I think these boxes are, you pick this box up and you play it like this formation, and you'd probably just stick it with this formation. I'm tempted to pick up the Space Marine or the Imperial Guard formation or something and just paint it up as a different chapter and just have it as that formation.
Yep, ally it in or something. I'm tempted by the guard one to build up my guard army.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, they're designed to be played as boxes,
Yeah,
and I think as a box it works really well.
you can pick them up a lot cheaper than the Battle Forces, which is quite nice, isn't it?
Yes, great value, no doubt. Step in the right direction for Games Workshop.
Yeah, thumbs up.
But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. As ever, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think, and of course, go check out the blog.
Check out the blog; it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that Harry is kindly manning and doing all the hard work for. It really has had a lot more content on it lately than when I was in control. So lots of fantastic stuff on there, and plenty more to come. So yes, it's been me, Callum from Tabletop Banter, and Harry.
Hello. Yeah. Goodbye.
And yeah, don't forget, have fun.